These are the headline news for tonight. Sarawak Premier's Department Gawai Dayak celebration in line with SCS One Team slogan. Tun Dr. Wan Junaidi receives courtesy visit from US Ambassador. 99 contingents and 13 floats to join Gawai Cultural Parade. Sarawak's green energy success inspires other states. 40.87 million ringgit allocated to non-Muslim places of worship in Sarawak. Good evening. The Sarawak Premier's Department 2024 Gawai Dayak celebration is a relevant and commendable platform to strengthen unity and cooperation among civil servants in line with Sarawak Civil Service slogan SCS One Team. Sarawak Deputy State Secretary Administration Datuk Baklan Bangit said such programs could become a continuous tradition in the future to enhance understanding, appreciation and respect for the cultural diversity that makes a state unique and special. As the chairman of the Gawai Dayak Celebration Management Committee of the Sarawak Premier's Department 2024, he said that this year's celebration highlighted the cultural heritage of the Bidayah community, demonstrating the solidarity among officers and staff of the Sarawak Premier's Department.
Kalau masuk tadi pun ada langi pengadap. Langi pengadap ini sebagai tarian welcome dance kepada tetamu-tetamu yang pergi ke kampung-kampung semasa perayaan Gawai. Maksudnya langi pengadap. Ini yang uniknya, all these performance were carried out by our own officers from the various unit under the Premier Department. Ini yang bagusnya, meaning to say they all have talents to do this. The only thing is to give them a little bit of training, and all this are done in-house. Congratulations to all of them. Salah satu acara yang paling istimewa pada tahun ini, pada Gawai tahun ini, adalah pertandingan dari Pogan dan Dayung Sangun yang melibatkan peserta dari semua unit di Jabatan Premier Sarawak.
He said this during the Sarawak Premier's Department 2024 Gawai Dayak celebration at the atrium of the Sarawak State Legislative Assembly, Dun, here on Wednesday. Sarawak Premier Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Datuk Abang Openg as the guest of honour to grace the event.
Dalam semangat sambutan Gawai tahun ini, konsep kita adalah ngabang ke rumah panjai. Maksudnya setiap unit di Jabatan Premier boleh diibaratkan satu bilik di rumah panjang. This is our longhouse, Jabatan Premier kita. Kalau ngikut, Jabatan Premier ada 16 unit. Maksudnya 16 bilik. Boleh ada seorang tuai rumah ataupun ketua kampung sudah.
At the event, the symbolic presentation of school equipment assistance was carried out by Datuk Petinggi Abang Zohari to representatives of 25 students from SK Garland Batu Kawah, consisting of low-income B40 families. According to Datuk Baklan, through this CSR program, it was made possible through the contributions of 37 donors, including ministers, deputy ministers, honourable members, department heads and senior officers from the Dayak community. Also present was Sarawak Deputy Premiers Dato' Amar Douglas Ugambas and Dato' Amar Profesor Dr. Sim Kui Hian, Sarawak Dun Speaker Tan Sri Dato' Amar Muhammad Asfia Awang Nasar, Sarawak Minister for Transport Dato' Sri Lee Kim Shin, Sarawak Minister for Education, Innovation and Talent Development Dato' Sri Roland Sagah Hui In, and Sarawak Minister for Women, Early Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development Dato' Sri Fatimah Abdullah. Also in attendance was Sarawak State Secretary Dato' Amar Muhammad Abu Bakar Mazuki, Sarawak Deputy State Secretary Economic Planning and Development Dato' Dr. Muhammad Abdullah Zaidil, Sarawak Deputy State Secretary Operations Dato' Hee Chang Ki, department heads and other distinguished guests. Bilateral relations between the United States and Malaysia, including Sarawak, were the main topics of the discussion between the Sarawak Governor Tun Pin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar and the US Ambassador to Malaysia Edgar D. Kagan during his courtesy visit to Astana Negeri Sarawak on Wednesday. According to Edgar, the discussions also touched on matters related to the strong US-Malaysia relationship.
I think we had a very good conversation both about the U.S.-Malaysia relationship, but also about the relationship between the United States and the people of Sarawak. And I think he gave me a very good sense of what is happening in Sarawak, and also the importance that he places on Sarawak's economic development and prosperity. We talked about, I think, the ways in which we can expand the relationship, and he gave me some very good advice about how the United States should think about the region and the world.
He said this when met by the media after paying a courtesy visit to Tun Dr. Wan Junaidi at the Astana Negeri Sarawak on Wednesday. Meanwhile, he also congratulated Tun Dr. Wan Junaidi on his appointment as the Sarawak governor.
I had known him when I served in Kuala Lumpur before, and particularly when he was Deputy Minister of Home Affairs. It was great to reconnect and to be able to congratulate him in person for assuming this incredibly important position.
A total of 99 contingents, including 13 floats or decorated vehicles, will take part in the Gawai Cultural Parade to be held on June 15. President of the Dayak Bidayuh National Association (DBNA), Dato' Ik Pahon Joy, said the parade will showcase a rich diversity of various ethnic groups and traditional attire in Sarawak. He also mentioned that a delegation from the Kadazan Dusun ethnic group of Sabah has been invited to enhance the festivities of the parade.
Ia akan bermula daripada bangunan itu juga dalam jam 2, disertai oleh 99 kontingen dan 13 float. Itu akan mengambil masa sampai jam 5 petang lah.
He said this after paying a courtesy visit to the Premier of Sarawak, Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Dato' Abang Openg at his office on Wednesday. Earlier, Datuk Patinggi Abang Zohari also received a courtesy visit from the Consul General of Brunei Darussalam, Sheikh Abdul Mahdani Datuk Paduka, Sheikh Abdul Ghani, and his delegation. Sarawak's achievement in shifting to cleaner and more sustainable green energy will serve as an inspiration for other states to explore this energy sector. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Sri Fadilah Yusof said that Sarawak is now an example of the developing region, which at the same time successfully showcases the harmony between economic growth and good environmental management.
I encourage Sarawak to maintain this pioneering spirit in pushing boundaries in hydrogen technology and carbon management for a brighter, greener future for a resilient and sustainable Mother Earth.
He made these remarks during the closing ceremony of the Asia Pacific Green Hydrogen Conference and Exhibition APGH 2024 held at Borneo Convention Centre, Kuching, BCCK on Wednesday. The Minister of Energy Transition and Water Transformation added that Sarawak has positioned itself as a pioneer of the hydrogen economy, as demonstrated during the launch of Sarawak Energy Berhad (SEB) in Southeast Asia for the integrated hydrogen production plant and hydrogen refueling station in Sarawak. In relation to this, the federal authorities are actively drafting a new bill on international carbon trading, which aims to align with the Environmental Bill Greenhouse Gas Emissions Reduction 2023, currently in effect in Sarawak.
And inshallah, by end of this year, the law will be presented. The first RUU will be presented in Dewan Rakyat, hopefully by end of this year. So that will also include not only the laws, the regulation, but looking also at the tax scheme and so on.
The Sarawak government has allocated 40.87 million ringgit to 42 members of Parliament and State Legislative Assembly ADU members to be distributed to places of worship in their respective areas. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Douglas Uga Ambas said that this year the Sarawak Premier Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Dato' Abang Openg has approved a total of 110 million ringgit for places of worship and schools. He explained that 90 million ringgit of the allocation is designated for places of worship, and so far, the first phase amounting to 14 million ringgit has been disbursed.
The total amount we're giving is 40,870,000. And this afternoon we're going to have a meeting on the allocation for the mission school. So this is a continued program of GPS, this policy of inclusivity, membantu semua rumah-rumah ibadat yang ada di Sarawak.
He said this when met by the media during the Phase 2 2024 check presentation ceremony for the Non-Muslim Places of Worship Fund at Wisma Bapa Malaysia in Kuching on Wednesday. Meanwhile, the Bukit Saban Assemblyman added that the building of the Unit for Other Religions, Unit 4 complex, located on Jalan Ong Tiang Sui, is nearly 90% complete.
And we are expecting to have OP around September, which means by the end of the year or early next year we can move in.
And that's the English edition with me, Saiful Bahri Muhammad. More news can be found in our official portal ukas.sarawak.gov.my and social media platforms including Facebook and YouTube. We conclude tonight's news with the celebration of Gawai Dayak Festival 2024 by the Sarawak Premier's Department at the atrium of the Sarawak State Legislative Assembly building in Kuching. #Saluran Informasi Rakyat. Have a good night.